What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today is another treat on testing out TMRs in the industry. I'll be installing on this DualSense Edge module, and we'll be using the Hallpi V6 by Acnes. Okay, with these new sticks, there's not much that I could find that was different about them as far as reading up on them. The manufacturer did say that the programming and the sensor is a lot better and you'll get more even calibration right out of the box. So sometimes fine tuning isn't even necessary. That's what we'll be testing out today. For the internal, not much has changed. It's still using an Alps body, and the sensor itself is still in the same position. Nothing has changed, say, like what K Silver has done, as you saw in my previous video. Since these are actually still the same as somewhat just like a Gully kit, they're made by the same people. The magnet is actually here, and since it's just like Gully kit, the magnet is actually on this mechanism here. It's not on the center axis like the K Silver and the new Gen Full DS13 Max. I think it's a DS. So it's a little bit different, but it's still a great makeup for them. It works out perfectly. Like I said, Hallpi is still one of my top. Hallpi is still one of my top favorites. Well, no, it's nothing to it. Hallpi is still my favorite TMR. Get that pop back in there. If you ever do that, what I just did, this flat part of it goes towards the bottom, towards the pins. Get that position back square. And just pop it back on. This test will mainly be done in the controller. A lot of people will get into technical details and all that stuff. I'm on the end of the people where you want to know how it plays. That's what I want to know. I'm gonna jump right into this, do a quick speed install, and I'll come back to you for the calibration. Okay, for this one, I'm going to do it a little different than you see me do in the past. I'm going to do somewhat new method. I'm going to go from this pin right here to this spot instead of what seen me doing is going from here to here. No matter what, you have to go to this spot, but it'll work out just as well if we go from here to here. I'll still be using my enamel wire. That way I don't have to worry about these gold letters and shorten them out. But I get to use a lot smaller wire, a lot shorter wire to get this done. Okay, have it done. Let you look at it right there. Everything's pretty clean, good to go. And we can pop this straight into the controller and see how it works out. And I'm gonna be testing it on this Edge, one of my favorites, because I've changed it up a lot. Something I haven't showed anyone yet is these clicky triggers. Pretty sure you can't hear them. Yeah, there you go. Right there. I've been playing with them for about 3 weeks now, and I love them. I do offer this install. It'll be up on the website at the time of this posting, but I'm gonna calibrate it. Then we're gonna test it out in some gameplay, and I'll let you know about my results. That is probably calibration I ever did. I never had it come out that clean over a 7 on the first calibration. As you can see, the one on the left was a low 3. That one's a Ghoulie Kit 720 adjustable tension. And of course, the right one is the Hallpi we just installed. And that's the best time I've ever had where I don't have to do much after doing the calibrate stick range. So that's a plus already. Now I'm gonna test it out in some gameplay and see how it is. I'm just gonna do a little in the firing range. Okay, we're here then the fire. Okay, we're here in the firing range. Before we get started, we need to go to the settings and turn off the dead zone. I normally play with dead zone on just because I don't like any accidental movements when I'm aiming. So I just want to put this on a 0 so that you can see that this TMR is definitely a smooth and still joystick. Let's take that to 0. Also up here in the top right, I've put the settings for my DualSense Edge. That way we don't think that I have it set to 0 in the controller itself. All right, we get that lined up on the center. As you can see, there's no movement other than the auto sway. Do some quick flicks right here. Make sure it's holding. No extra jitters after I move, and everything's still the same. Let's take a few shots. All right, excellent. Staying right on point. All right, switch over to the sniper real quick. Take a few shots with that. Warm up with some headshots. Clean hits, each one. Taking it slow since it's just a warm up for me. All right, take a couple shots without holding my breath. Show that it's smooth aiming. Excellent. All right, we're gonna swap over now to some casual games. I feel up to being a top sweaty gamer right now, but let's get into it. Okay, after testing, I'm really loving these new TMRs. They have an excellent centering and smooth, snappy accuracy. Unlike others such as GuliKit, I don't feel that centering slop where the joystick is overly sensitive and causes unwanted movement. All of the gameplay shown was me at absolute 0% dead zone, both in-game and in the PlayStation accessories app. Also, what didn't happen like older TMRs was the jitter that plagues TMRs due to the sensing the magnetic field. I didn't experience this jitter as you saw in my firing range wall test. During gameplay, I rarely have those off shots or a bunch of overshooting. All gunplay was on point and held accuracy unmatched by other TMRs I've tested over the past year. I was actually surprised how well I did for eliminations in that Warzone match. We lost, but it happens. Still awesome gameplay nonetheless. These TMRs have a great tension to them, which all tension is subject to personal preference. It's not as loose as stock, but not as tight as I have my GuliKit adjustable TMRs. It's a perfect middle ground, and I love it. Well, that wraps it up for this TMR test. Stay tuned for my next gameplay test using the new Genfo DS13 Max TMR. That one has a similar makeup as the K Silver of my previous video. If you thought those were great, wait until you see these. If you're ever interested in having this install done for you, be sure to click the link in the description. Also, if you would like to have your Edge installed with clicky triggers, we can have that installed as well. A separate link is also down in the description. If you have any questions or other items you would like to see me test, feel free to reach out in the comments. In the meantime, thanks for sticking around. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Guild's gonna wake up in a world of